Welcome back to Sherlock Holmes.
Holmes?
New case time.
What happened?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits.
Old habits as in cocaine. Yeah, he was like a cocaine addict or something.
The temperature appears to be normal.
He's fine.
The pupil is dilated.
He's definitely coked out.
I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats.
What is this?
I need to concentrate.
Counting the beats.
A weak pulse. Around 50 beats per minute.
So he's not on cocaine. Because if he was, his heart rate would be much higher than that, obviously.
But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. I'm glad
Immediately
to find you
better.
here. I need
That's
your
the
help.
Sherlock we know,
This
right?
is a strange one. We have brought in two young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but... what?
As I said,
And they were tied together.
you are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic. Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes. And these two young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman Baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
The game's afoot. Where's the murder weapon at, huh? That's what we need to find out, right? Here we go. Let's check out this bloodbath case. And the game is afoot, guys. Not really sure what part we're on here, but welcome to the next part of Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. This is the start of our third case in the game. Last case, I'm not sure if I did it 100% correctly, if my deductions were correct or not, but I'm pretty sure they were pretty accurate. Anyway, here we go, guys.
Beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
Let us get to the bottom of this.
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the city council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see.
So that is Lestrade's reasoning, huh?
You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All three witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see. Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He'll be able to give you more details.
Mr. Phillips. But first... Oh, that's Mr. Phillips right there. Never mind.
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
He already looks like a liar. Look at him. Light wrinkles. Fastidious. Wait, what was the other one? There was like another thing that popped up. Starched... What? Starched collar? What happened here, buddy? Ah, so you do your own haircuts, huh? So the analyzing is getting more and more detailed, huh? Minus the shiny buttons part. Manchester City. What are we missing up?
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentleman had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
Find the murder weapon. Lestrade at the... where could the murder weapon be, right? Is that it? Seriously?
The steam room's on the other side, Mr. Holmes. The steam room's on the other side, Mr. Holmes.
Alright. Looks like we're going in the steam room.
These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room.
Put the murder weapon in that vase, right?
Clothes belonging to one of the suspects.
Naked man.
Expensive clothes belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
What is this? Can't inspect it. Champagne bottle. Could this have been the murder weapon?
Unopened. It was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session. Champagne for a special occasion.
What else are we missing here?
An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled.
So that thing's been sitting there for a while, right? Is what it's implying. Damn, they took his eye out, man.
Ah, death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
What happened to your eye, man? What was the murder weapon? Cracked.
One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier. These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted. The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme.
Clearly.
I will need something to pick up this melted metal.
Alrighty.
It is too hot. I cannot reach into it.
Sherlock, be a man. Just touch it with your hand, okay?
It's horrible. So Rodney is dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes?
The grid cannot be removed.
How do we... Where's the stuff you can pick up? Actually, that was probably the murder weapon. Is what you used, That definitely was the murder weapon, right? I don't even know what the hell they would be called. The stuff that you would poke around to mess with the brazier. Poker? Anyway, let's examine this dead body. Where's your eye?
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large.
And the plot thickens. What's that indicate? He's pointing at something.
Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample. Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session.
That or he got robbed.
Well, death is very recent. Between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
How can you tell that by looking at the wrist? What?
I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry. Or he is an artist. Or a ghost. Or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that?
The weapon is nowhere to be found.
This case looks promising, guys.
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street.
Oh, it's probably not all his blood, right? What is this? What is this?
This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
Stolen.
Do we have to stay here?
Where's this murder weapon, though? Where's the tongs at, you know? Let's talk to Lestrade.
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
Please wait. I need to do something first.
Don't take them yet. We might just need them.
How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared. I don't know where it is.
Did you leave the baths at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir. I did not.
You're a liar.
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you... No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I
Don't
left
lie
for
to me.
baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or our mother is unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see. There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
That is very important. So somebody was impersonating as a worker, right?
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes? Alright, I guess you could take him away.
I should like to take the...
I guess you could take him away.
None, Lestrade.
Hold on, what did we miss here? Wonder where this murder weapon is. Anyway, this case is definitely looking promising, guys. What do you think about it so far? Anyway, on that note, that is going to be the end of this part. Give the video some likes, leave some comments, add it to your favorites, all that good stuff. What do you guys think the murder weapon is? Anyway, I'll see you guys for the next part.